Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. George Baker here. I'm sitting at my Hauptwerk organ, virtual organ console at my home in Dallas, Texas. Today's June 16th, 2024, Father's Day in the United States. So dads out there, enjoy your day. I'm a proud dad myself with two great kids. And here's my family in Estes Park, Colorado. Today's micro lesson is very special indeed because I'm featuring my good friend of 51 years now, Philippe LEFEBVRE, who is one of the titular organists of Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris since 1985. Philippe and his wife live on a farm outside a small village in southwestern France, Montréal, which is about an hour's drive east of Toulouse. For those of you not familiar with Philippe, I encourage you to see my friend Jeff Brilhart's wonderful article on Philippe in the November 2023 issue of the American Organist magazine. And I happen to have it here with me, November 2023. Go to page 38, an interview with Philippe LEFEBVRE by Jeff Brilhart. It's marvelous. My wife Margie and I had the great privilege of attending a special festival from May 9th to 12th in Montreal, celebrating the inauguration of the restoration of the village church organ in the Collégiale Saint-Vincent. Here is the booklet from the festival. You can see the organ case on the front and a little bit of the console on the back. Margie is an artist and she provided the painting for the wine bottle labels for the wine of the festival. And I want to show you this picture. This extraordinary event featured concerts by Philippe with colleagues Olivier Latry, Vincent Dubois, and Johann Vexo, all from Notre Dame de Paris. In the silent film concert featuring the 1923 masterpiece, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, starring Lon Chaney as the Hunchback, Karol Moszkowski joined his former teacher, Philippe, in providing the organ accompaniment. I was truly moved to tears by all these concerts. Here's a couple of photos from the concerts. The organ is absolutely remarkable. It began its life in 1740 when the local organ builder Christophe Moucherel delivered a 31-stop organ. Later in the 18th century, Jean-Pierre Cavalier enlarged the organ into a 40-stop instrument. During the 19th century, the Toulouse organ builder Puget brought romantic stops into the organ while keeping a large portion of the beautiful Jean-Pierre Cavalier pipework. Titular organist Paul de Tour began a series of concerts in 1962, and he always invited his friend Pierre Cochereau to play every summer. In the 1970s, Jean-Louis Boisseau and Bertrand Catillot restored the organ, which then contained about 60 stops and 4 manuals. Over the years, many organists came to play concerts on this very special instrument. And in fact, as a 24-year-old back in 1975, at the suggestion of Pierre Cochereau, I was invited to come play a summertime concert. And then again in 2005, Philippe and I shared a joint concert. It was then that I met organ builder Bertrand Catillot, whose talents as a voicer have made the current organ, as well as the organ at Notre Dame, such incredibly beautiful instruments. Unfortunately, in 2017, part of the church's vault fell down and the organ was damaged severely. And for years, it was actually stored in the barn of Philippe's farmhouse, just down the road from the church. But happily now it lives better than ever. As you will hear in Philippe's improvised demo of the organ, it is extremely flexible. Everything sounds great, from de Grigny through Bach and Franck to the modern repertoire. You can be the judge, but I think this impromptu iPhone video, which I took on May 4th, 2024, should be enjoyed by many more people than just a handful of us in the church at the time. I have written a few notes here about what you will hear in the 14.5-minute or so improvisation. Philippe begins with a classical French plein jeu with a cantus in the pedal, a la Nicolas de Vigny. Secondly, there is a récit de tierces, and you'll hear the beautiful fond d'orgue and the tierce on the positif. The third little portion is on the 4-foot flute in a sort of homage to J.S. Bach. Number 4, you'll hear the celestes with some solo stops. Number 5, there's a fugue beginning on the Foundations 8 with a great crescendo and then decrescendo back to the 8-foot stops in a modern style. Finally, there is a grand crescendo that reminds me very much of one of the preludes that Philippe would often improvise at Notre Dame. This improvisation ends on a wonderful, glorious D major chord. Listening to this improvisation really brings tears to my eyes, and I hope it will bring some tears to your eyes too. Bonne écoute. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.